Imagine waking up in the dead of night, the world silent around you, your body trembling with a strange sense of unease. You place a hand over your chest expecting the familiar, steady drumbeat that has accompanied every moment of your life, a rhythm so consistent it is easy to take for granted. But this time, there is only one thump, long and deliberate, followed by a silence so profound it seems to stretch for an eternity. 10 seconds pass, 20, 30. Your chest remains still, and the world outside continues in its usual rhythm. Yet inside you, time feels distorted, as if life itself has slowed down to a cruel, almost unrecognizable pace. That first heartbeat was supposed to reassure you, to signal that your body is still functioning, that you are alive, but the empty seconds that follow create a silent terror unlike anything you have ever known. Your lungs breathe normally, yet the oxygen they draw in seems trapped, unable to circulate effectively through the sluggish system that is supposed to sustain every cell in your body. Panic rises subtly at first, a whisper of unease that escalates into full-blown alarm as your mind realizes the impossibility of what is happening. Every organ, every cell, every neuron depends on a rhythm you no longer feel, a pulse that should deliver life continuously, but now arrives only once per minute. The minutes stretch like hours as your body begins to betray you. The brain, which consumes an astonishing 20% of the oxygen in your bloodstream despite its small size, falters first. Neurons that normally fire with precision and speed struggle to maintain their electrical signals. Thoughts fragment, vision blurs, and sounds seem distorted, as if the world is falling out of focus. Your body attempts to compensate, but muscles weaken, coordination fails, and even standing feels like a monumental task. Each heartbeat is now monumental, a singular event that holds the weight of survival. Time itself seems to conspire against you, stretching and twisting between beats, forcing every part of your physiology to fight for existence. With each passing second, the fragile balance of life teeters closer to collapse. Your blood pressure drops as the heart, the engine of your circulatory system, moves only once per minute. The flow of blood to extremities slows drastically, leaving your fingers and toes cold and pale, your skin losing warmth as the heat normally carried by blood dissipates. Kidneys struggle to filter waste, the liver slows its detoxifying processes, and your digestive system halts as oxygen-deprived muscles cannot propel food through the intestines. Your immune system becomes sluggish, unable to distribute white blood cells effectively, leaving you vulnerable to infection. Every organ that relies on a constant supply of oxygen begins failing in slow motion, as if life itself has been reduced to a cruel experiment. And yet, this is not merely a terrifying scenario, but an invitation to understand the fragile miracle of human physiology. Normally, your heart beats about 70 times each minute, pushing blood through nearly 60,000 miles of vessels, supplying oxygen and nutrients to trillions of cells. It is a marvel of engineering, a silent, powerful rhythm that keeps life flowing effortlessly, and yet so easy to ignore. If the heart slows to 1 beat per minute, that miracle becomes a precarious balancing act, a delicate orchestra where each instrument is critically dependent on timing, and missing a single note can threaten the entire symphony. Nature, however, has evolved creatures capable of surviving extraordinary slow rhythms. The blue whale, for example, can slow its heart to just a few beats per minute while diving into the deep ocean, conserving oxygen for extended periods underwater. Hibernating animals, such as certain ground squirrels, dramatically reduce their heart rates during winter months, their bodies entering a near-suspended state to survive harsh conditions. These examples illustrate that slow heart rhythms can be compatible with life, but only when the organism's entire physiology is designed for it. Humans, by contrast, require constant oxygenation, our brains and organs demanding uninterrupted blood flow to sustain consciousness and function. Medical science recognizes the dangers of extremely slow heart rates through conditions such as bradycardia, where the heart beats far below the normal threshold. Pacemakers are often employed, implanted devices that maintain a safe rhythm by sending precise electrical impulses, acting as an artificial conductor for the orchestra within the chest. Without this intervention, life at a heart rate of 1 beat per minute would almost certainly be unsustainable. Every heartbeat we take for granted is a triumph of biology, a constant silent miracle occurring billions of times over a human lifetime. A typical heart pumps roughly 2,000 gallons of blood per day, and over 70 years, it may beat more than 2.5 billion times. Yet we scarcely notice this ceaseless activity. Slowing it to 1 beat per minute forces a profound awareness of how fragile and extraordinary human life truly is. The sensation of consciousness hanging between singular heartbeats is almost impossible to imagine. Every neuron, every synapse, every thought is stretched across time, struggling to maintain function as the flow of life itself ebbs and surges. The lungs inhale, but oxygen stagnates. Muscles await blood that does not arrive. Organs stand at the edge of collapse. In this hypothetical state, even the simple act of moving or thinking becomes monumental, as if gravity itself has increased, pressing the weight of survival against your every action. Yet this extreme scenario also underscores the perfection of the normal rhythm. Each heartbeat is not merely a mechanical pump, it is a signal, a command, a reassurance that the system is functioning in harmony. To experience life slowed to 1 beat per minute, even imaginatively, is to realize how extraordinary every second truly is. It is a lesson in fragility, in wonder, in the precision of biology. And as the pulse finally thumps once again after 60 long seconds of silence, it reminds you that life is not merely ongoing, but resilient, miraculous, and astonishingly complex. From the tiniest neuron in your brain to the farthest extremity of your toes, every cell depends on that rhythm, and yet the body performs its task with almost invisible perfection. In this sense, the human heart is a silent hero, a relentless force quietly powering the dance of life that allows consciousness, experience, and survival to unfold second by second, pulse by pulse. Reflecting on such a scenario transforms ordinary awareness into profound appreciation. Every heartbeat you feel now, every thump beneath your hand, is not trivial. It is the literal signal of life, a reminder that your body's miraculous mechanisms are functioning flawlessly. Contemplate the thought that trillions of cells are operating in perfect synchrony, each one waiting for the pulse to deliver the oxygen and nutrients that sustain it. Imagine the extraordinary precision required, the complex orchestration happening inside you silently, constantly, and endlessly. The human body is an intricate masterpiece, and the heartbeat, even when unnoticed, is its central conductor. To imagine it slowed to once per minute is to grasp the fragile, awe-inspiring balance that defines existence itself. And so, as you lie quietly, hand over chest, consider the pulse you feel, the rhythm that sustains your mind, your body, your consciousness. It is more than a mechanical thump. It is the constant, silent affirmation of life, a testament to the extraordinary biological machinery that allows humans to exist, to think, to feel, and to endure. Every heartbeat, every second, is a tiny miracle, quietly unfolding in your chest, reminding you that life is simultaneously delicate, resilient, and utterly extraordinary.